Forever. Dog.
I am a gold star lesbian, and I always thought of that as a bit. Like it never once crossed. It never once crossed my mind as anything other than a joke. Like,
because how can that be taken seriously?
How can that be taken seriously? How could anyone be like, well, I'm a gold star? First of all, a gold star. Is this kindergarten? What?
It's literally like when people say something
lesbian?
and somebody says, "Do you want a cookie?" But they're being serious.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mac, you're so late. What happened?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Your internet is bad.
Yeah, I'm not at
this
home.
This is bad.
Where are you?
I'm in Anaheim with my sister.
Speaking of sisters.
Who's Makenna Hopkins?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Who is Makenna Hopkins?
Because you're right, I was late. I was sitting here at my computer. I was looking out the window thinking, when will it be my turn? When will I get the link? And I come to find out you guys have been on the link for how long?
On the link.
I don't know.
A while. We've been on here for a while complaining about you being late.
Stop. I was staring at my inbox like a dog.
Okay.
Just looking at it.
So first of all, thank God I didn't go with a full rhyme this time because I'm tired. So this woman, Makenna Hopkins, just got an email from me that said rink and then link. And then had like a link in it. This poor woman
link.
Looks like she signed up for my mailing list sometime around between.
This is like a viewer.
This is a potential viewer.
You sent the link to a viewer. Okay, listener at home, just to clarify what happened here, Ashley always sends us a link to come into the Riverside room to like record the podcast. So me and Ashley are sitting here wondering where Mac is. And we're texting her asking like, where are you? Oh, you're late. Hello, come on. And Mac's like, I don't have a link. And me and Ashley are sitting here going, liar. We know that Ashley sent the link. And we go
I followed up with her. Apologies, Makenna was trying to reach Mac INGEMI and reached you instead. Hope you're having a good day.
Me and Makenna, we go way back.
It's both MAK. So we go in and check the email, and Ashley has sent the link to me and Makenna Hopkins. So if you're out there.
Arguably would have been an interesting episode.
She could still show up, for all we know. She might click the link.
Would you guest on the Chosen Family pod? What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Everybody.
I'm tired, and I'm kind of mad at you guys.
Oh,
why?
Why?
Because it's early, and I'm awake for this.
It's later than we usually record.
I'm just mad at you because you guys are here in the moment that I'm mad. So I'm mad at you.
Ashley, we're not the ones that are gone for an entire month.
I'm successful.
Ashley,
wow, you're gonna get mad at me.
Yeah, I'm mad at you for being mad at
successful.
me.
Ashley's
you're mad
going
at me,
on a
so I'm mad at you.
tour in Europe, so we really can't be
Mac,
pissed.
don't take
We're
your
actually
father's
blessed
side
that
on
she's
this.
here.
You know what happens
at all? Yeah.
I promote these freaking things.
Frickin'? Dude, are you okay?
Yeah, no, she's not.
Freak.
I was out too late last night. I don't know why I did this. So I did this promotion event at a gay bar, which was super cool. They were really kind. They were so nice. It was so much fun. Boycott in Phoenix. It's a lesbian bar. It's the only lesbian bar in the state. Shocking.
What were you promoting?
I was just like, I have shows tomorrow. Come through. And then I like hung out with people and took photos.
Oh, like a promotional. Oh my God. I'm not feeling great today either. So
well, it's
I'm like
early. So we shouldn't be doing this, but we are for whatever reason. And
I love that this is early.
You guys are babies today. You guys are sick.
Yeah.
I'm baby.
I feel very good.
And I didn't realize I have to take really good care of my voice because I talk all day long. Okay, talk at shows. I do 2 podcasts. I'm going on a European tour. I don't know if you guys know all this. But then I was at the bar and I was like fucking screaming, and now, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I heard you screaming in the video that you sent me.
My bad.
With the viewer.
Welcome to the Chosen Family podcast. I hope that I don't cut out while I'm saying this. I'm a little bit worried about my Wi-Fi.
No, you're
I'm
great.
Mac INGEMI. Today, I'm your dad, your mom,
Shut the fuck
and
up,
your
son.
hot teenage brother.
No.
Mac is just baby.
I would put y'all in one of those double strollers and just go walk around town today. I really would.
I would love to be in a stroller.
I would love to
and
do
people
that.
would love to see it.
I would
love to do that.
Ashley, you give me that like you would like a crib rock.
I would. I just.
You need to be put on somebody's knee in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
You know the cribs that like just rock a little bit and like the baby like rocks back. Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I want one of those so bad.
Do you want a crib or do you want a knee?
Anything.
Bounce on a knee while we rock.
Well, she has Jen, so I mean.
Well, not now. She's in a hotel somewhere. She's in Phoenix. She doesn't have Jen right now.
This is
she only
hilarious.
Has us.
Do you guys know about like, there's a joke in this, so just bear with me. But do you know about the knee thing?
No. Oh yeah.
Oh
wait.
do.
Yes.
Okay.
I was sorry.
Thank
I was
you.
thinking like comforting.
I was
gentle.
just thinking to myself. I was
in the
like,
wrong
this is the better version of the lesbian knee thing. Is putting your partner on your knee and just like bouncing them up and down so they can feel like a baby.
Them. Yeah, rocking them for comfort. That's the true lesbian knee thing. 1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, make 2024 the year you finally check it off the list with Babel. Babel is my favorite language learning service that I've found. They have these quick 10-minute lessons that you can do every day, and they focus on real-life conversation skills. I practice in French because if you don't use it, you lose it. And I'm trying desperately not to lose it.
Be a better you in 2024 with Babel, the science-backed language learning app that actually works. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really even help you speak the language.
Babel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. It's designed by real people for real conversations.
Babel's tips and tools are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching so that you're ready to practice what you've learned in the real world.
Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, get 55% off your Babel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/chosen. Get 55% off at babbel.com/chosen. Spelled BABBEL.com/chosen. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Guys,
What?
I almost got fucking hacked this morning.
Oh no.
I woke up at 6 a.m. to alerts of a hacker for my Instagram and my Dropbox.
Makenna.
2 things you never want to be hacked.
Is it Makenna Hopkins?
Makenna, are you out there?
I'm a little suspicious. I was until I got a text from Ashley this morning in the group chat that said, I'm about to get online. And I said, that sounds like something that a hacker would say. I'm about to log on. I'm logging on. Getting online in 5. Like, so I'm a little bit sus. Ashley, why are you so tired?
Yes.
I think I'm the only one that's doing okay.
What kind of alerts and how did you?
I secured my account.
What do you do?
Yeah, you didn't have. You didn't have.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Wait, am I the hacker?
Mac, do you have 2-factor
No, I
authentication?
do. That's how I was saved. That's how I was saved.
Everyone needs to have 2-factor authentication. I know most people know this by now, but like, you gotta have it. You gotta have it.
So somebody figured out your password?
That's why I was a little bit freaked out. I was like,
That's
how did
concerning.
they still get my password? It was somebody in Texas, of course.
How do people do
You'd be
that?
using a
how
VPN.
do hackers get passwords? It's not just guessing.
Well, it's really hard to get a password, actually. Sometimes they try common passwords, but more likely they're socially hacking through having an actual conversation with you or like phishing in some way.
Oh.
I wonder who I talk to
The hacker
almost
is in the
every
room with
day.
you.
Maybe
The
somebody in
hacker
this
is-
in this Riverside link. Ashley.
I would totally be like, hey, I'm going to install this new thing. It's going to help your engagement so much.
Stop. And I would just let you immediately. I'd be like, okay,
You would just
whatever.
let me.
I just
You would
shipped you
just
my
let me.
phone.
Okay, Ashley, I shipped you another thing. I just
To forward to
remembered
you?
that. For work, yeah. Could you forward it
Alayna,
to me?
why are you not shipping it to me? It will get to you in like a
Fucking
day.
lazy
I'm on the
slut.
same side of the country as you.
That's
I'm
true.
right below
forgot.
you.
I forgot that you actually got into your apartment. I forgot that happened finally.
Dude, ship away.
I don't like this. Ship it to me.
Ashley, aren't you doing enough?
Yeah, you're doing enough.
Aren't
That's
you about
true.
to be
Mac,
in
I should have
Europe
shipped it to
on your
you.
tour?
Do I look older to you guys?
You look sleepy.
No, you look sleepy.
I think you don't have a single wrinkle on your entire face, first of all. And
not
second
true.
of all, you like have the camera resting on your stomach as you
Bro.
lie down and then like look down at the camera. That's not a your face problem. If I I could do the same
Yeah, this
thing.
is like literally the worst
Yeah, but
angle that you
Alayna,
ever
you're
could
trying
have
really
picked.
hard.
Yeah, because look at how cranked your neck is. Anyone would have to try hard to get into that position.
My neck is cranked because of all the pussy I'm eating, and you know that.
Okay, but I do know that. But, like, also, how horrifying is it to, like, see yourself from this angle and then, like, know that that's, like, how your partner is looking at you? It makes me want to die.
Oh my God, I never even thought about that.
I think about it constantly. You've never thought of that?
Well, I am now.
Did we do the intro?
We've started it twice, and then Mac tried to claim all the labels. I'm ALAYNA Joy.
I would say we did the intro if I was
Go
the whole
off, King,
family.
Queen, Quang. Claim all the labels.
I know Ashley's tired when she starts using the TikTok slang. Which, so long.
Snapping with her eyes halfway closed.
It's not getting banned.
I know.
I had to explain the House and the Senate to someone today.
Stop.
I was like, no, you don't understand. The House is where they pass insane things and reject like sane things. And the Senate is where they pass the sane things and reject the insane things.
I love this dumbed down
it will
version
not
of the government.
make it past this. It will not make it past the Senate, at least right now. But I think that's generally true.
But it still all goes to the headlines, of course. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Does anybody have any updates? We need to, Mac, you're doing such a good job of bringing the energy. Me and Ashley are flopping here. Apologies to the listener. Apologies to Mac.
I just keep cutting out for like 2 seconds and then coming back in, or like 3 or 4 seconds. And
yeah,
it's so frustrating because I'm like, I can do this today, you know?
Oh, yeah, right. Reason, you're on it today, but the Wi-Fi is saying no.
A true top can top in any situation, Mac. Come on.
Yeah, I don't need to know what you guys are talking about to speak.
Exactly.
And
that's
you know what?
A man.
I'm perfectly
that's a
fine.
Real
there you
man.
go.
If I interrupt you, get over it.
Yeah.
If I say something over you, you're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, and you're not gonna think about it at all after the episode's over.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna text you guys an apology or send a voice memo of an apology.
Mac, we know there's lag. Just come in hot. We will make way. We're good little bottoms.
We'll make room for you.
Well, I'm on spring break, guys, so I hate to tell you guys that right now because it seems like you are not doing good.
I'm not.
I'm the most opposite of spring break I could possibly be. Like,
do you
all
even
of
have a
my
spring break,
assignments, yes, but it was
Do you celebrate
it was
spring break?
Weeks ago. Our spring break was like weeks ago. And
Really?
now every assignment in the possible world is due in the next like 3 weeks.
Okay. I'm so sorry I brought this up, actually.
Honestly, I'm actually doing great. I'm just in a bad pain flare and on the road.
That's like what I was about to say. Is like, yes, I'm feeling kind of sick today, which is a bit, I don't know. I just don't feel very well, but it's not like
pussy.
Mentally, I actually feel quite good.
I get so sad when you guys are sick.
But it's just like a physical, like I just don't fit. I feel a bit like gross. I just don't feel very well physically. But like I have this past week, I've been able to focus kind of mostly just on school.
You mean on one thing?
Yeah. Like still 10 things, but like school being the priority thing, the most amount of time thing. And I felt this sense of calm that I haven't felt in so long. And it's got me excited for the summer when classes are done and I can start working on this research project and like
okay. And your podcast and this podcast.
Yes, but like
so exciting.
No, it is. It's because just like being able to focus on
three things.
And by this week I mean the past 3 days, but like for 3 days I've basically been able to focus primarily on class and assignments, and it has felt good. And so I'm feeling like, something about that feels right.
I'm going to check in with you once all your other stuff starts and be like, are you still feeling that feeling that you were feeling?
Are you still doing okay? Yeah.
Peace and calm.
Summer's going to be good for you, ALAYNA.
This is so funny because, like I said, this has literally been like 3 days and I'm reconsidering my whole life. But it makes me, and Ashley, I'm sure you've never had this thought before, but it makes me kind of be like, do I want to leave the internet forever? It's so weird when I don't have like internet things to do.
I've never thought that.
Like
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sense of calm come over my life.
The internet is horrible.
No way, Ashley. I didn't know you thought that.
Why would
It's the
you ever
worst
think
thing
that?
that's
You're
ever
just,
happened
like,
to humanity.
So successful, and you have so many successful things. And
I got unblocked on Instagram, was blocked for 6 weeks. I'm coming for your numbers, man.
You were blocked from Instagram?
I was shadow
banned. That feeling of kind of wanting to leave the internet. Oh my God. A whisker.
It's a sign. Leave the internet.
That's a bug's whisker. Can you guys see that? Mac, you'll appreciate that.
Stop. That's so cute. Wow, what a nice...
It's a bug's whisker.
Fantastic.
Why wouldn't I appreciate
whisker.
a whisker?
Yeah, Ashley has a cat.
That's true, actually. I'm sorry, Ashley.
Have you ever taken a whisker and then plopped it on the top of your cat's head so it looks like it's an antenna coming out of their head?
That is so
No, but I will be saving this for later.
Yeah.
Especially with
And I will be
bugs
trying
being
that.
named Bugs. That sounds
Yes.
like an alien.
You should get
That's
2.
so cute.
I need to, okay, I'll save this until I find a second whisker. No, the feeling of like wanting to leave the internet, it comes and, it comes and goes, as I'm sure everybody here can appreciate. But I feel like it's something you're, in a way, not supposed to say out loud. And like, I feel a little bit of a at saying it out loud.
God, the thoughts that you don't want to say out loud are the tamest things I've ever heard in my entire life. The thoughts that I don't want to say out loud, like I put into my stand-up and I'm in yeah, that it's like I want to leave the internet. Maybe that's why people hate me so much, because I'm doing all the people who do hate me, not the people who are here who love me. Thank you, you get it. But like the chronically online people, I say all the things you're not supposed to say. Like you know what I mean? Like there are just so many things that influencers are not supposed to say. Like, I hate the internet. You people are unhealthy. But that's the fucking, that's the truth. That's right. Because they're all, and by the way, listener, all the people that you love, the creators that you love, are not even giving you 10% of what they really think. They are hiding so much from you because they are scared of you, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, it's still a job. Doesn't everyone hate aspects of their job?
Yeah, but yes. And I think a part of it for me is I think, Ashley, you obviously, out of the three of us, get the most, like, personalized hate and, like, criticism and, like, nitpicking, like, who you are and the things you say and the way you say it. Like, you get that the most. I only get that a little bit, and it still bothers me when I do. Of course. That's, like, one piece of it. But the bigger piece that I'm struggling with, and that I have struggled with for years, is, like, the need to constantly be trying to create something that's like gonna get numbers, like trying to create this entertaining thing, and then within that entertaining thing, in order to make money, you have to try and sell to your audience. And I don't think we're supposed to talk about that either, but it's really starting to bug me. Even though I don't take sponsorships that I don't actually enjoy the product, there still feels like something icky about being like, people are really struggling financially, just generally. Like, we're not in a good place, and something feels really gross. I don't know about like sitting down and like trying to peddle all of these products, and that is like what is necessary for me to survive in this industry.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't know if this helps you, but like, you're not doing anything different than every corporation on the planet. You just happen to be an individual. And for whatever reason, people
with way better CO2 emissions, I might add.
Way better CO2 emissions. For some reason, people have an easier time hearing it from corporations, I think. Sometimes they get mad at influencers for like, I've seen it, like, oh, you're begging us for money. No, I'm providing you with a free service. And if you would like that service to continue, then you can donate to it on your time whenever you want.
Like, for me, Patreon doesn't feel icky because I feel
Patreon
like...
is the one that makes me, I wish I could stop doing that.
Those are in a different category in my head.
But like, I try really hard to put value into my Patreon so that people who come and support me there are getting something. Like, that feels like an equal, like, you're supporting me and I'm supporting you.
You don't think they like their Hello Tushy bidet?
No, of course they, yes. But that's where it's like there's something different about...
You don't think they're into their Helix mattress? HelixMattress.com/gay sex?
For me, it's all sex toys. It's like Balesa, Love Honey, Adam and Eve, Lilo. Like, those are all of my...
Which is a whole separate thing for queer people, with the only being able to get sponsored by sex.
And maybe that's part of it.
A sponsor was like, can you do a TikTok video, a toy company? And I was like, hell no, I cannot do a TikTok video. You want me to just destroy my whole platform for you? No, I cannot. Get out of here.
And we've talked about this before, but that's like the negative cycle of it, is that I do a lot of adult toy sponsorships at first because it was what was coming in, like that's, and also like I talk about
and then
sex
that's
and
all
stuff
you get
on my channel, right? And so I started accepting them, which I have no problem with inherently, but then other brands will not sponsor me because I talk about adult toys and sex. And so it's like this weird loop.
Look, I hear you, but I know it makes you feel yucky, but again, you're not doing anything that a media company wouldn't do. People and media companies literally take the stance, like you're one step above that. Most media companies don't give a fuck who the advertiser is. No, I mean, like, that's what I'm pretty lax about what I sell, because like there's something for everybody. This product is for somebody. So like if I can find what it is or who it's for and genuinely know in my heart that someone probably wants to buy this, then I'm happy to sell it, as long as it's not harming children.
Yeah. And
that's
ALAYNA, it's not like you ever do anything that doesn't align with your brand.
Oh no, we lost you, Mac.
Whatever. Mac's so annoying today.
No, I want to hear what I say.
What?
Okay,
You're
say
back?
again.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
Think about it like this.
Did you hear that?
Oh no, did you hear what we were saying? Oh god, that's so embarrassing.
Think about it like if somebody gets on your Instagram or your TikTok or YouTube or whatever, if they're just scrolling down, it's the same as watching a show and like you watch an ad in the middle of the show.
The new Starz series Mary and George, starring Julianne Moore and Nicholas Galitzine, tells a story almost too outrageous to be true, but shockingly it is. With next to nothing to her name and looking to elevate her social standing, Mary Villiers sets her handsome and charming son George on the path to seduce King James I and become his all-powerful lover.
You've never seen a mother-son duo like this before. This show is full of wit, scandal, action, and did I mention Julianne Moore? Something this audacious and sexy is as genre-bending as it gets. You won't be able to look away.
Mary and George premieres April 5th, only on Starz and the Starz app.
Like, something has to fund
But
the
people
creation
don't
of the stuff.
But people don't yell at CNN in a way that CNN can hear them. They yell at us. Why are you so many ads? Well, can you say that to fucking Fox, please? Can you say that to ABC?
Okay,
like, when was the
unpopular
last
opinion.
time you went out of your way to go onto ABC's page and be like, why are you supporting na?
Unpopular opinion, I love ads in TV shows.
Oh, there you go, Mac.
When we watch Hulu, we have Hulu with no ads because I have the student plan.
You
which
Gen
is
Z piece
so
of
good.
shit.
Ads are so fun.
Ashley has become so frustrated that she has returned to her lying down position but has not taken the camera with her. And I don't even know how to name what the feeling is. I think it's just a similar feeling of like inauthenticity. There's like this trying to catch people's eye and like trying to make something entertaining, which I have no problem with, but something about like the numbers game just is like becoming very tiring. And then there's something about the kind of like peddling of products and services.
I totally understand. First of all, you got in this to make content, not to make ads.
Yeah.
But we do make ads because that's like what we have to do to survive. And we do have to cater to an algorithm. And then there's this second piece where if you admit frustration that you are catering to an audience, the audience could potentially say, you're not grateful for us, which is very unique to the internet.
That's the opposite of what I'm trying to say is that I want the content that I make. It's like I want to make content for the audience. I don't want to make content for
the algorithm,
the advertisers. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like the disconnect is like this feeling of, but also it's always a good reminder when you say, Ashley, like we are making a free service. I also have to remember that like I am you know, the amount of money that I put into my content, the amount of time that we put into this podcast, the money we put into this podcast, it's like we are creating something unpaid. We are creating something and dispensing something for free. So it's like there is that other piece of it where that's business, baby. But
I mean, it's just hard to have any kind of vulnerability around any of this because it feels like perhaps it's not the absolute reflection of all the gratitude. But the reality is you can be grateful for this massive audience and the people who fuck with you and be frustrated that you have to do the goods and you have to do the algorithm and you have to do the clickbait. And if 1 ounce of negativity comes out of you, people latch onto it. And it's frustrating. It's deeply frustrating. And I have decided to go the wrong direction and just be more honest and say fuck off. But the difference for me, ALAYNA, is I have my live events where the people who have fucked off, I'm so glad they fucked off. Like the result of that has been hugely beneficial for my mental health and for my shows and ultimately want to do. But if you're bad vibe, the vibe doesn't matter for you. You just need, it doesn't matter who they are. Like you just need those numbers, which is soul sucking.
Yeah. And I think that having the past 3 full days where I've kind of been in a different mindset, I don't know, it almost amplifies that feeling.
Yeah.
For sure.
I hope I can do something so that I can be less on the internet or like really doing it out of passion and not caring really what the results are. Over the year I wrote this new hour and I don't know that it'll ever see the world. I did it once in Denver and it was just so great to do that for me as an artist.
So why would it not
why wouldn't you do it again?
Yeah.
I think it just needs some edits if I'm gonna pretty significant edits. That's all. But I think like a lot of people are like comedians, it's like their therapy and they're working through stuff. And I've always been like, no, like I have a really hard time making something funny if I haven't processed it.
Okay, you continue. I just had a personal realization.
What was your personal realization?
I used to use the internet as a sort of form of therapy where I would talk about very personal things as they were happening, and like I would use my videos and use talking to the audience as a way to work through stuff. I don't do that anymore. I'm now working through my own stuff on my own time in my own private therapy. And that has been so healthy, but that has likely also contributed to this feeling of, I don't know, because now I'm not processing in that same way, or I'm not publicly sharing so much.
I don't know what the internet is like, but comedians, as soon as you become successful, and I think this is the bar to that has really changed because of the internet, because you can get such a niche audience. So as soon as you are in bigger rooms and with a bunch of people who already know you, it's just a lot easier. Like, it's just easier. When you start comedy, no one knows who you are. You go into this little basement. Maybe there are 20 people there if you're fucking lucky. You're doing 4.5 minutes and you have your little paper and you wrote down something that you thought was interesting and that you cared about and you wanted to try and make it funny. And then as soon as you're big, writing down the things that you're interested in or care about, like, that's a very different experience to try and put that out there for a bunch of people who think they already know you.
Yeah.
And have this like really specific opinion of what you should be bringing. So for me, writing about what happened to me over the summer was like pretty terrifying, because I was like, what if people think about me? Or what if people think I'm being callous? Or what if people think like, you know? And so to be able to write it and perform it just the way that I wanted to do it without thinking about who the audience was a really just great way to connect back with the little open micer inside of me who was like, okay, an interesting thing happened to me and I'm going to go and talk about it. And I don't really care if I get any laughs. I'm trying I'm trying to find something interesting in this experience.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to do, or what the mindset I need to have for starting this new podcast is like letting go. Because you're right. Once you start to gain an audience, that audience is there for a certain thing. They've joined.
It's crazy because you're grateful for them because it's making you be able to do the art. But the reason the art is good is not them. And that's again, I'm saying this on the internet. But like the artist makes the work, and then people who like the work follow that artist. The artist should not be influenced, and this is what kills comedy. It kills. Once you get too famous, the rooms are too big. You don't have the anonymity. You can't really get the objective laugh. The audience and the internet's the same way, because you do get this real-time feedback the same way you get it in comedy. Not quite as real-time, but you get this real-time feedback. Yeah. So it's influencing what you're making, and it shouldn't be. What you're making should be held to this much higher standard of a broader audience base and like a value system that you have as an artist.
Yeah. No, exactly. And it's like, and following your own passion, following your own interest becomes very difficult, because it's like, well, my interest as I grow shifts, but is that going to be accepted by this audience that's really important
and it like
to me?
Bombs.
Yeah. And so maybe I need to kind of try to think about this new podcast as less of like
instead of continuing to work on it and make it better and chisel it down to the thing it can be. Instead, you're hurting your online platform. You're actively creating a worse environment for yourself to create work. Whereas if you just kept making reaction videos, you would grow. Yeah. And so it's crazy. It's like this weird thing. And like, I'm incredibly grateful for my gay fans, but they make me a worse comedian. I cannot just keep getting up there and being like, pussy, la. Like, I'm not doing that. I have to be okay with making them uncomfortable, knowing that the joke that I'm working on will get there. It will, even though it's making this group of people uncomfortable.
Oh, that's such a, because if I think about posting something like this new podcast, where it's not about hot lesbians on TikTok, or like let's guess who's the lesbian out of the group of women, like if it's not that at all. It's me speaking with people that I'm really interested in speaking with about mental health, relationships, sex dating, but like not in a blah kind of way. Maybe I need to just try and remember what you just said, instead of expecting or like hoping or needing it to be any sort of quote unquote success and like get any sort of numbers. Just focus on making it the best that it can be, because that's where my interest lies. Like that's the thing that is lighting me up right now.
Like if you post viral clips from it, as I'm sure you could, like come up with things in it that you said that would go viral with your current audience. Even if they come over, like what's the retention rate of that going to be? It's just the perspective switch of, I remember like a while back, Hank Green posted this really long video to his friends only on TikTok. And it really like changed my perspective of, I'm on Hank Green's friends only.
Oh my God, you're on Hank Green's friends only?
Yeah, I have a selfie with him. It's whatever.
I know, you met him. That's crazy.
It's crazy. Just
oh my God, Mac. What are you even doing here?
I got to get on this. I got to get on Hank Green's friends only.
Ashley really is trying to come for your numbers. She's coming for your friends and she's coming for your numbers.
But he posted this really long video, and it was talking about accepting as a creator the fact that different things that you post have very different purposes. And sometimes you put out a video and the purpose of the video is to hit numbers and to go viral. Sometimes you put out a video and the purpose of the video is to inform your followers or whoever sees it about a product that you're promoting. Sometimes you post a video and the purpose of that video is to fulfill you creatively and to put something into the world that you made. And you can't cross-reference the goals of those things into everything. Because as creators, we're like, numbers will grow us, good, bigger platform. We can do more with a bigger platform. Yeah. But truly, you have to remember that different pieces of work have these different purposes. and you have to learn to appreciate the value in that purpose, even if it's not numbers and going
100%.
viral.
100%.
I wish I could find the video. But he said it in a way that like changed my perspective completely. And ever since then, I've just felt more calm about like if a video bombs, it's like if it was creative to me and I enjoyed making it, then you know it's okay that not that many people saw it. It was still fulfilling and still served a purpose.
Yes, and it kept you going. And look, every restaurant has their French fries. Like the French fries, the French fries pay for the weird dish that no one orders because it's like for a refined palate, and the chef's frustrated that no one likes it, or only the foodies like it or whatever. But you gotta have your French fries. You have to, like, you must.
Right.
But then you do the other things. You know, if you want to cultivate the people that are going to like your work, then make the best work that you can, and those people will eventually come.
Yeah.
And the idea that audiences are responsible for the work is a capitalist trap made by people like Taylor Swift, whom I love. But that woman knows what she's doing when it comes to merch.
You guys, I literally just put together what both of you said, and this is the lesson. Literally, viewers that watch their favorite creators on social media think that their creator is a corporation. Like, they genuinely believe. They're like, you are supposed to bring me this piece of content. You're not a person. You are the person. You are something that brings me this. And if you don't bring me that...
I want to say not all people. Some people
no, obviously I'm not
speaking the thing,
Of course. But, like, no wonder it's so hard to switch what your niche is. Although, respect on Mattia's name right now. Okay. We did niche out of the grapes.
You did niche out of the grapes.
She did.
She's done it.
Yeah.
So
we
if
need
you guys
her
need advice
on the podcast, and then we can talk to Mattia about this.
She is due to come on. That should be one of our episodes while Ashley's on her worldwide tour, being super famous, doing comedy.
I mean, I think it's worth saying I do think the general thing here is like, and one of the reasons I try not to scroll is what you're being fed by the algorithm is not some organic thing that's just special for you. It's marketing.
Yeah.
And if you're getting your politics and your art and everything through that, it is because that is the best system to get you to buy a product.
Yeah.
And so, you know what would be great for humanity? For you to go and support a local artist in your community whom was not served up to you via an algorithm, maybe at a coffee shop, at an open mic night, maybe support a Patreon.
Support us.
I'm just putting it out there.
We're doing
to
our
touch
best.
Grass and all of that. Just go touch
Anyways, do you guys want to be like the first guests on my podcast? I think it would get good numbers.
I don't think I'm good enough for your podcast, but I would be happy to do it.
I'm just kidding.
Wait, Alayna, are you gonna psychoanalyze people?
No, the plan, although
maybe you should.
Two-part answer. The plan for this is to bring on experts. So I'm not psychoanalyzing anyone. It's discussing. It's basically talking about the questions that we answer on this podcast when we answer them, but with people who are actual experts in those areas. So rather than the three of us just kind of like
in?
Gay sex, maybe hit rate,
hacking,
hit rate out of control, manifestation, having glowing shiny hair.
Hey, I could do
being
hair.
The czar of comedy.
Well, Alayna, I don't know why that wouldn't do well.
No, and that's, I think
I mean, not to get back into it, but like, those are the kind of podcasts I listen to.
It's just scary because I've never done it before. Who knows?
Okay.
But it excites me, so that's what I'm going to try to focus on. And then the second piece to that is another idea that I have had for as I shift my content. Because as I go through this program, as I kind of shift the structure of my life and career and move toward counseling and mental health in that way, a beanie. Ashley, cute.
Thanks.
She just threw up a little. She said,
I also thought about like doing some sort of content that's like live therapy. Like, how fun would that be to do recorded therapy sessions? We just have to find someone who's willing to be therapized
dangerous
in public. But
dangerous. I mean, my dream for you is that it gets big enough that you can, when scandals break out, you can get the people on the scandals to come on.
Should we do a question?
Yeah, let's do a question just to...
Does anybody know what an M-spec lesbian is?
A what?
Well, the question says, I recently heard the term, quote, M-spec, M-SPEC, lesbian, on a podcast about specifically the controversy surrounding the term. I have never heard of that.
I've never heard it.
I'm sure that this sounds like an internet thing. I'm not going to lie. This sounds like a thing that we find out about 5 months after the internet.
M-spec is short for multiple attraction spectrum. It's an inclusive umbrella term for various ways people express attraction beyond gender. M-spec includes people who use words for themselves such as bi, pan, omni, fluid, flexible, curious, and more, as well as some people who don't use labels at all. Some people also use M-spec as an identity term of its own.
Well, I mean, that's not going to help us know the controversy.
It feels like this is some sort of term to try and encapsulate someone who identifies as a lesbian but might be attracted to a trans man, for example, probably.
Or like non-binary people, and probably the controversy is this kind of what I personally view as like a gatekeeping type thing around.
Yeah, it's like you're not really lesbian if
exactly.
Maybe that is.
That would be my guess at the controversy. And my answer to the controversy is let people use whatever labels they want. Like, let people find the thing that feels comfy.
This is one of those things that you see on the internet where it feels so much bigger than it actually is, because these words don't even come up really in conversation in a way that would like fuel some sort of argument unless you're on Twitter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's nowhere to argue about this in real life. Like in real life, oh, I'm a lesbian, but you know, like I feel that term works for me when I am attracted to a trans man. It feels organic for me to call myself a lesbian and be into trans men, which I think makes, as someone who doesn't really date masculine people, so I don't date trans men, yes, I totally understand what you're saying, and that is not at all weird to me. But who the fuck in real life?
That, though, specifically could be invalidating to trans men, because if you're saying you're a lesbian but you're attracted to trans men, then you're kind of saying that trans men aren't really men.
But I think that lesbian would totally say he is a man. I don't think that lesbian is like, that's a weird cyclical turf. That's a weird snake eating its own tail for a turf to be like, no, I'm a lesbian. You're a woman.
I get what you're saying,
but
though.
You're also
saying,
a man, and I am a lesbian.
You're saying that there's no actual, like, the fear is that if we...
Sometimes we're doing gender philosophy online in a way that feels a little bit academic and kind of semantic and really not all that helpful for real life. And we should just let people live.
Semantics thing where I think people are afraid that it somehow then like discredits, you know, this type of person who uses the word lesbian or this type of person.
I don't really feel comfortable speaking on it because I feel like I still don't really understand like what.
And we're guessing what the controversy is.
Yeah.
This person is saying it like it's kind of reminiscent of like the idea of political lesbianism, gold star lesbianism, lesbian separatism, just like this, exactly what we were saying, this idea that like being worthy of the term lesbian
it's interesting. Can we talk for gold star just to like round this out? It's interesting to me because I am a gold star lesbian, and I always thought of that as a bit. Like it never once crossed. It never once crossed my mind as anything other than a fucking joke. Like
because like how can that be taken seriously?
How can that be taken seriously? How could anyone be like, well, I'm a gold star? First of all, a gold star, is this kindergarten? What?
It's literally like when people say something lesbian? And somebody says, do you want a cookie? But they're being serious.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the bit. The bit is like, oh, you've never fucked a man?
Good for
gold
you.
Star. In weird ways, it is the participation like cookie because it's not a thing. It's just, if anything, I'd be a better lesbian if I took it and just had to fucking deal with that shit. And I think people who had to do that have been through more, and they deserve more of a gold star, like in real life. But as a bit,
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Be
actually,
awarded for my pure like what is
No.
It's like Nazi lesbianism.
you don't get a purple.
it
You don't
is.
get a Purple Heart for not doing anything.
Yes,
There it
yes,
is.
That's what it
You
is.
get it.
there
You
it
are in the
is.
trenches.
But really, the Purple Heart lesbians are the ones that we need to fucking.
Proud Purple Heart lesbian.
Yeah, seriously.
That's my
That
new
is
term.
so
I'm claiming it.
Good.
Yeah,
you guys
and
want
I
to
don't
know?
know. I've just felt like anyone who takes offense to the term Gold Star or thinks it's real. I don't think realizes that the way we're all using Gold Star on this side is like as a joke. Like it's not.
Now, it used to be so real though.
You think
that's
so?
the thing.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
wild.
When
But
lesbians
I'm so old,
first
Alayna.
No, but the internet. It's the internet. When lesbians first kind of came to the internet, Gold Star was actually there was so much biphobia. Like Gold Star was really something that people held up as like, you are a better lesbian than this other
But
person.
the chronically
XYZ.
online people or the regular people?
I
guess
don't remember.
We'll never know.
I just
We'll never know.
That is
the
wild.
internet circles. No, it was very real. And then
Weird.
as we started, I don't know, let's say probably the past 10 years, maybe 7 years, there's been this shift. First, it was a shift away from biphobia and just like this call to include bi people.
I
or
think
like,
longer than that, at least in New York City, longer than that, because I feel like when I was in college, which was 18 years ago, which is crazy, nuts. When I was a freshman in college, I heard that term and I knew it instantly it was a bit. And that was the vibe
maybe
I got.
I see, and I can only speak to online because
Maybe it's 'cause
grew
you're a
up in
comedian.
rural Manitoba, right? So I only saw my
Maybe.
only conversations around this was online.
Yeah.
And it very much was real, and that there had to be like a fight for people to kind of openly be like, bi women are just as
Yeah.
queer, like
What?
just
That
as whatever.
is so odd.
No,
and
biphobia
the other
definitely existed back then.
For sure.
But I
And the-
never, like a lot more. Way more than today. Way
absolutely,
more.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the Gold Star thing was a piece of that. And then
I didn't get that
also
sense.
following that, we've kind of started to understand that this idea of Gold Star is also transphobic, right? Because you're kind of saying like, whatever, your whole kind of genitals equal gender thing, and the idea that you can't be a lesbian if you interact with penis, which is like transphobic, right? So lots of problems, problems with the term.
Well, when I was younger, and I was in high
Mac, you
school,
tell us when you
I
were
was-
growing up.
This is just kind of funny. This is how little I gave a fuck about the Gold Star thing.
Yeah.
I actively told my little sister that I had had sex with a man because I wanted her to feel comfortable coming to me and asking me about sex things. I was like, if she comes to me and asks me about it, I'll just Google it and I'll just like figure out an answer so that I can talk. Because I was like, she's not going to be able to talk to me because I'm like
so
this
cute.
flaming lesbian. Like Alex Morgan is on my wall and like, you know, but
Who's
oh my
Alex
God,
Morgan?
I can't believe. Only the forward for the U.S. women's soccer team. Are
That's
you
what I
kidding
thought.
me? Alex Morgan is a G.
Okay, what did we have
she's
for dinner?
cute.
We gotta end this.
Well, she
Okay,
has 10
yeah.
million followers.
She's
Oh my God, I
really
went and watched
good.
rugby a couple
I
weeks ago.
saw that. I wanted to go with you so bad.
I've never, I don't know anything about rugby, first of all. Women's rugby, I'm so sorry. I was
Sleeping on it.
enchanted.
Yeah.
Yes. Like,
That is so not the word I would use. I've watched it and it's so fun to watch, and enchanted is not a great description
no,
for
I was
describing
trying
how you watch women absolutely pummel each other.
Yes.
It's enchanting.
Maybe not I was like, what's a nice word that I could use?
Dude, they are powerhouses. It's so fun to watch.
Dude, I'm joining the Queer Women's Sports League here for the rugby team. I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Oh man,
I'm so
no, you
excited.
can't do that. You're not big enough.
No, I'm quick though. There's different things that you can be good at. I was great at flag
dangerous.
football.
Okay, don't do rugby,
Oh.
Mac. That's scary.
Guys, just
You're gonna
Mac,
get your
you're-
ass
Mac,
kicked.
You're like
I'm going to
this.
do it either way, so just support.
Mac, you're gonna
I
get
guess I support.
demolished.
Guys, I'm faster than you think. Guys, I'm actually really fast. What the fuck?
believe
Shut
that
up.
you're fast.
Both of you.
Okay, what do we have for dinner? My God. Ashley's getting a tension headache.
I feel like I spoon fed you guys baby food.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, that's fine.
Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast. Thank you for being here and
good luck,
putting
Danny.
up with these episodes sometimes. Yeah, good luck, Danny.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, ALAYNA Joy, and INGEMI. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Mariah Nicholas. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boehm.
Forever